Bọn mình công khơi mi mùi.
Ai bên A cũng bị sai chơi màu nàyมั้ง
รองประหยัดរងប្រយ័ត្នរងប្រយ័ត្នវាស្ងាត់កំតិច
Chef Yulden, I have an appointment.
Good morning, Mr. Yulden. Would you like to complete that paperwork for me? Thank you.
Why is life painful? I mean, you have these earthquakes that destroy entire cities, tsunamis that wipe out thousands, and on the news we hear that someone's been senselessly killed for throwing food at a car, and our next door neighbour's going through a messy divorce. Yes, pain is everywhere we look. And then something happens to us. A close friend dies. Our parents get divorced. And then the doctor calls to tell you that the lab results are back and he needs to talk right away. When it hits this close to home, we start thinking, hey, something isn't right here. Something is really, really wrong. This isn't how life's supposed to be, is it? Why can't life be pain-free? It sounds pretty good, doesn't it? A life without pain.
At a few days old, baby Gabby Gingrass slept through the prick of a blood test. It turned out she didn't react to the pain of the needle because she couldn't feel it. Film director Melody Gilbert explores Gabby's struggle in the documentary A Life Without Pain.
Pain teaches, pain protects, pain can save you from a lot of bad things in life. She was really an easy, wonderful baby for about the first 7-8 weeks of her life. About 4 months, she was an early teether, just like her sister. She started cutting teeth, and she had bit down through her skin. She would have bit down to the bone had I let her. It was just chewed up. It looked mangled and nasty. It looked like raw hamburger on her hand.
If Gabby doesn't feel pain, what does she feel?
She feels touch.
Oh, look at the bow on Gabby's head.
Touch and pain are different nerves. So she can feel texture. She feels soft, hard. But she feels pressure, we're pretty sure. She knows when she slammed her hand in the door or pinched herself or done something. She knows she's different. I've told her many times that her body doesn't work the same way as her sister's. And that's just the way God made her.
Careful, careful.
The nerves that carry the pain signal from anywhere on the surface of her body to her brain, it never gets to the brain. She feels no pain.
When I first found out that she doesn't feel pain, it was like, wow, relief. Oh, wow, that's something easy that we can deal with. Then you start thinking about it.
I'm doing a silly dance.
You're doing a silly dance?
All the time I think, will she get to go through school without a wheelchair?
This is Ariel. She's going swimming.
People always think of pain, pain, pain. Oh, if I could get rid of the pain. I'm thinking, you do not even know how lucky you are that you can feel it.
Our sense of pain is the body's warning mechanism telling us to stop. We have a problem. We need to alter course. That's fine in the short term, but it's distressing if we can't stop the pain. Is the pain you feel trying to tell you something? Think about it. If I have a toothache, I know I've got a problem. Maybe the collective pain in this world is telling us that we all have a problem. So what exactly is the problem that this collective pain is alerting us to? Why is this world in a mess? And who's going to fix it? Who could guarantee that life is pain-free for everyone forever? God could. God could accomplish that, but he doesn't. At least not right now. And we're angry with him for it. We say, God can't be all-powerful and can't be love. Maybe we go a step further and say to ourselves, God is the problem. After all, if he was love, if he were all-powerful, this world wouldn't be the way it is. Pain wouldn't be waiting just around the corner, ready to blow up right in our faces.
The conflict in Cambodia lasted for 30 years. So in 1979, when Vietnamese military entered the country and Khmer Rouge regime collapsed, all the parties involved in the war were laying down the mines, either receiving them from Soviet Union or from China. And in later stages, it progressed and it continued until 1998, when the war ended and when the reconciliation happened.
Landmines cause pain seemingly indiscriminately. They are designed for war, but can lay dormant, ready to inflict pain long after the battles are finished. Demining an area takes time. and you can't get rid of them overnight. So, can you tell me what HALO means?
HALO Trust is world's biggest humanitarian demining organization. We were founded in 1988, and ever since we've been growing. Today, HALO Trust works in 11 countries throughout the world, in Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, Caucasus, Balkans, Africa, and in Cambodia.
So what is the kind of mine that you find here in this area?
Don't get confused.
It looks small.
It looks like a toy also.
But something this small can still do pretty big damage.
It can. It contains 28 grams of explosives, which is not too much, but enough to blow off your foot. Now, there are various types of mines. There are blast mines, fragmentational mines, bounding mines, directional mines, and of course anti-tank. All of these types can be found here in Cambodia. All the symbols, crossbones with dead heads, are indicating accidents that happened in this area along the time. As you can see, there are 4, 5 in this area.
So that could be both a death and an injury?
Yes,
or?
affirmative.
Yep. So Goran, how many landmines would there be in Cambodia?
Since we started working in Cambodia in 1992, we cleared 235,000 mines in this country. And if you take into consideration what is known, the known minefield is one of the biggest minefields in the world, called the K5, that starts close to Mekong River and follows the Thai border all the way down to Bay of Thailand. We know that that minefield probably contains about 1.5 million anti-personnel mines. The mines were getting into Cambodia in secrecy, being supplied from Soviet Union or from China without us knowing really how many mines entered Cambodia.
So how many people die, do you think, per year?
Last year, number of accidents in Cambodia related to explosive remnants of war was 244. Back in 90s, it was 1,800. Then it dropped down to 1,500 and further down. So at this point, we are having still significant number of accidents during the year. Not every accident is a fatal one. Of course, there are many injuries along the way. These red sticks, red painted sticks, demarcate the boundary between the safe ground, where we are standing right now, and the unsafe ground, or the actual minefield where we are engaging and finding and clearing the mines.
So why does it take so long to demine?
Demining is a very well-defined process, and no improvisations are allowed in order to maintain absolute safety during the work. It also depends on many factors, many variables, such as metal contamination, hardness of the soil, or density of vegetation. So all these factors combined with the climate and with obviously us being interrupted by rain regularly during the wet season results in the process which is time-consuming. So we are currently walking through the actual cleared mine line.
So they're just scattered everywhere and anywhere?
Yes, they are, and the continuation is just over there. This is the actual clearance process. It's very standardized, as you can see. The miner is moving forward, breaching through the suspect ground. Every sweep of his detector is defined by this 1 meter red end of lane marker. and he will conduct 6 controlled sweeps over it before he moves the end of line marker for 1 width of the detector head. Now he is conducting a signal investigation through excavation. During the dry season, this process can consume 1 hour sometimes, not just 10 minutes like here. Well, we are on the mine line right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is another MD-82 Bravo.
I'm getting nervous just watching him. I'm just wondering how he must be feeling getting that close.
Well, this is a routine work for him, so I don't think there is any stress involved in the process regarding our stuff.
So this is just another day at the office for him?
I think so.
Landmines lay underground, dormant, undetected and ready to explode. Anyone can be hurt, a soldier or an innocent child. That's like life, isn't it? 1 minute we're going along fine, and then bang, tragedy hits, and pain and suffering follow. And it's this seemingly senseless pain that we struggle to understand. You get cancer. You didn't deserve that. Nothing you did caused some random cells to mutate and malfunction. Your daughter is killed in a car accident. It wasn't her fault. A random drunk driver ploughed into her. A child is traumatised for life through abuse. A husband walks out on his family. When you experience things like this, you think to yourself, God, if there is a stop pain button out there, why don't you just push it?
Jeff, please come through.
And she is really starting to use her knowledge of her own disability to her, really, it's to her disadvantage in the long run.
Oh, sorry.
She is playing herself against us and threatening to hurt us or to hurt herself.
Don't hit your foot against the wall. Would you like
So
to go
she
see
doesn't
Rusty?
have to do the things she's supposed to do, such as pick up her room, pick up her toys, help clean up, put books back on a shelf that she took off. And that's getting really hard and annoying to deal with.
One time in church, we had a cement floor at church. She started throwing a little fit. I took her out in the back of the church so where she can really relax a little bit. She continued to throw a fit, and she was sitting down on the carpeted floor. She snapped her head back so hard and smashed her head on the cement so hard that people 20 feet away turned around and looked.
And I knew what it was. I just went,
that's
that's brain damage time, yeah.
Or even death. I mean, smash your head out.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's not just that we want our little daughter to be perfect in public. There's like serious consequences here too that we need to get a handle on.
Exactly.
It's the age-old question. Good God, bad world, why? Is God to blame? Is he a cosmic sadist? Or is there another option? For those who don't believe in a higher power, life is fairly simple. We live in a random and unfair world. You are either lucky or unlucky. Things just happen by chance. The universe we observe has precisely the properties we should expect if there is at bottom no design, no purpose, no evil and no good. Nothing but blind, pitiless indifference. Blind, pitiless indifference? I've got to tell you that leaves me pretty cold. Is there a worldview that provides a more satisfying answer to the challenges of life? The key to understanding the problem of pain is to pull back the curtain and reveal the great cosmic struggle between good and evil. The Bible outlines a scenario where there was war in heaven. Lucifer, who we now know as the devil, chose to separate himself from God, and he convinced this world to also separate itself from him. This world system with all its disasters, evil and pain came as a result of that choice. We now have a planet in rebellion, and the devil is described as the ruler of this world. And so pain and suffering are not caused by the absence of God, but the presence of the devil. So how does God plan to stop pain? Does God have a master plan?
So Jeff, we found some cavities in your back teeth, and I'm going to have to do some fillings for you today. Just open up for me.
So why didn't God just stop sin when it first raised its ugly head? Why do we have to suffer? And why doesn't he hurry up and just stop sin now? Well, sin's a bit like these landmines here in Cambodia. Its removal is a slow and dangerous process. The only safe way to do it takes time. The pain we see all around us is the evidence of that. God is allowing sin to run its full course to ensure the real issue is solved in the hearts of humanity forever. He doesn't want to risk the sin landmine laying dormant and exploding ever again. He wants us to be free from sin forever, and the only way to achieve that is time.
Instead of forcing a quick solution, God chose to develop a plan that would address the root cause of pain. The Bible says that sin, when it's fully grown, brings death. In other words, pain and suffering and death are the symptoms. But the core issue that needs to be solved is the problem of sin or evil. So how does God eradicate evil? Well, in an amazing twist, instead of God distancing himself from our troubles, he places himself right in the middle of humanity. God came to earth and experienced his own pain, his own suffering, and his own tragic death. Why? Because that's what love does.
I think when you've dealt with a sick kid for 4 years, and then you realize this is a lifelong condition, and that can just, get pretty heavy at times.
Is this what we signed up for? No. But this is where we are. This is the reality, and this is what we have to do.
We've met families that have lost their kids. So at the same time, so what if our kid is blind? So what if she ends up in a wheelchair? We've got her. We can hold her. We can love her.
Again.
Ready, set, go.
Look at the bottom. Say it again.
Ready, set, go.
We can still go places with her. Some of those parents can't. I can't. That's something I can't imagine.
Silly. You're silly.
I call it a journey.
Silly.
A journey that you just can't plan for. You can't. There's no one else to talk to.
This is my new mermaid. She's swimming on top of the water. She's swimming
She
on
loves
top
beluga
of the
whales.
water.
Will she, will she do spring break sometime, or can we take her to Florida? And I don't know, just stupid stuff like that. Could she ever have children?
You take your baby with you everywhere?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he likes me. Because she likes me.
Well, I worry, I guess, some things I don't. We've got her. She's pretty healthy. We'll do everything we can to fight for her, to protect her.
Are you ready to have mac and cheese? Okay, come on, let's go.
Her is healthy and vibrant.
One day at a time. Do it the best you can.
There's a painful story in the Bible that's helped many people. The story of this man is a condensed version of our planet's epic struggle. The man's name is Job, and he had everything anyone could ever want. The devil challenges God that Job only follows him because he's got it so good. So the devil asks to be let loose on Job, to bring him pain and misery, and see if he still stays true to God. So Job's world falls apart big time. All his wealth disappears through terrorism. Then his children are killed in a natural disaster. Next, his wife and closest friends turn on him. And finally, his health breaks. The amazing thing is that although no explanation is given to him, he never once blames God for any of this. We don't know how long Job's torment lasted, but we do know he got better, had more children, and regained his wealth, respect, and influence. The Bible says that the end of Job's life was better than the beginning. And that's the storyline the Bible paints for planet Earth. We started out in paradise. It was very good. No pain, suffering, disease, or death. Then it all went wrong. We lost it all. And our existence is now riddled with pain and suffering. Physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual. But the Bible paints a picture of a global restoration, a new earth where there will be no more pain, suffering, or death. God is not the cause of pain, but he will be with you through it. God is not someone to be scared of and run away from, but someone to be a friend of and run to. Beyond pain, a life of health and happiness with Jesus forever. Now, that's something to look forward to.